So Barry, I wanted to grab you today and talk a little bit about the regional manager position at Equis Financial. A lot of people have asked about that, like, what does that mean? What is a regional manager here at Equis?
Well, a regional manager is a leader. It's somebody that's got the ability to not only attract people, Glenn, but attract quality people. I think it's someone that sets the right example. I think it's someone that leads people, that is a great communicator, that's a great motivator. We've paid a lot of attention to personal producers. We talk a lot about our personal producers, but for our company really to reach its goals, to reach its potential, we need leadership that's hungry. We certainly need a leader in every major metro area in the United States today. I could even go take that down to probably we need a leader in every population of 100, 150,000 plus today. And so we are very much looking for those type of individuals. But it's a coveted position with us. Once someone becomes a regional manager, they then qualify immediately for their regional manager bonus every 30 days. Right now, we're coming up on 18 months old as a company. Our average regional manager bonus every month ranges, $1,600 to $1,800 for most of them. I think our highest last month, Jarrett Ewing earned $2,700 in just a bonus. So it's something that it's got great meaning financially. Not only is it a contractual raise, which is always nice, but we love our RMs, and we're certainly in the business of trying to find more people with vision right now that just understand, what the future holds for people that can attract quality people.
So now, what does it take to become a regional manager? Is it something that you got to play the old corporate politics game and know the right people, or how does somebody go about attaining that position?
Well, the thing that I love about what we do, and I love about our business in so many ways, but especially here at Equis, we have published guidelines. There's nothing political at Equis about you getting promoted. This is the good old boys club, good old girls club, right? If you go do the doing, we do the promoting. And I love that about it. But, that's it.
Wow. It's refreshing to know that if you do the work, you get the rewards. There's nothing going to be pulled out from underneath you. Now, here's maybe an odd question. What do you see from your experience that makes a regional manager, and maybe conversely that doesn't make a regional manager? What is it that what's the secret sauce that you've seen that really causes somebody to be able to attain that level?
Well, I think people skills. I think you have to love people. I think you have to be tolerant of people. But to me, if I really had to put it down to one thing, I think it's people that lead by example. Glenn, people, and you know this, they're so fed up and sick and tired of people that talk a good game but never do the doing. Always, and to me, everything is theory until it happens to you. And so instead of going out and talking about how great the Equis opportunity is, or how successful you can be here, you know what? Again, none of that means anything if it's not a leader that's doing it, because here's what comes when you're doing it. What comes when you're a do-it-first leader, it's conviction. And I believe the right people are going to look you in your eye, and man, they're going to size you up quick. And if you're a phony, they know you're a phony. And so you can't fake it. This business of faking it till you make it is a bunch of hogwash. And so I find that those people that become successful people, and you know what, to be a successful regional manager, you've got to have someone following you. It's the old saying we've all heard before. If you want to find out if you're a leader, look behind you and see who's following. And so that's the difference. We just look for people that don't want to mouth their way to do it, but really want to go out and work and lead by example. And when you do that, you're going to have the right people follow you. You're going to attract the right people. And so that's what we look for at Equis.
Now, I guess it was just a couple months ago that you held a special meeting, I guess you could call it a summit, with with the regional managers here at the company that I was privileged to be a part of, to join. It was really a special event, but I wanted to ask you, why did you want to do that? Why did you decide to gather all the regional managers together for that meeting?
Well, it had a couple of purposes. Number one, I felt like it was important to bring our leadership team in. You know, they work hard, and to keep them in tune with where our thinking is. The owners of Equis, where do we want to take Equis? You know, what's important to us? I wanted to hear their opinions. You know, we've got some sharp leaders, and they're out there on the front lines every day. You know, they're the ones that are in that hand-to-hand combat, so to speak, in building their business. And I think it's important, and I wanted them to know, I want to hear your opinions. What's on your mind? What you think? How can, through your eyes and your perspective, how can we keep adding and bringing value to Equis? You know, are we focused on the right things? I think it was important. I think the other thing that was important to me is, let's not take this time that we're in right now for granted. You know, we've had a company at that particular time that was 15 months old when we brought them in. You know, we'd seen our application count go from 60, 70 apps a week to over 700 apps. You know, we're just a few dollars short of being a $40 million plus company. An insurance premium that we were producing with inside of a year and a half. You know, let's not take this for granted. Let's not think we are a great company yet. You know, we're a good company. We're trying to become a great company. And so I wanted them to hear that from my lips. I wanted to be able to really share my vision with the other owners, sharing their vision of the opportunity that we have in front of us. But when you talk about opportunity, Glenn, you talk about potential. You also talk about you've not done it yet. And so I didn't want to be casual about where we are. I think we are, and you know, these can be easy words to say. I feel like Equis is a company of destiny. You know, I believe that with everything in me because I know where a value system is. I know the principles and that we're built on. I know what's important to every leader at Equis. You know, I got to tell you something. I've never seen anything like it, you know, to where all the leaders celebrate I think they're more interested in celebrating the victories of the people that are at Equis than the victories for themselves. They've demonstrated that to me over the last year and a half. And I just felt like it was important for our leadership to look us in the eyes, know that this is a big deal to us. Don't take it casual. We're not. You know, we're out here fighting every day to be able to show up the next day. But we've got a chance to do something great. We've got an opportunity, Glenn, to really impact thousands of lives if we keep our priorities straight. As you know, I sign just about every letter in closing. Stay hungry and stay humble, right? Keep that grit and that intensity in place long enough to do something great. Don't celebrate too quickly. And then be thankful, be humble every single day that you and I have that opportunity to go out and do this. Because I'm humbled by it. I'm humbled by the people that we've been able to surround ourselves with. And I don't want to quit too soon. Don't want to quit too early. And I can guarantee you with myself, with Glenn Davies, Rob Jones, Kevin Davies, Bill Martin, our leadership team, that's the last worry we have, as you know, right now.
So if you had just one, maybe two pieces of advice for somebody that's either just started with Equis, looking at Equis, that has those aspirations of building their own business, running their own agency.
Yes.
What would those one or two pieces of advice be?
Learn how to make money at every single level. If you come in here and you're starting on a 70% contract, Glenn, be the best you can be at that level. Learn how to make money. Learn how to save money. Learn how to be a great example to people. You know, I think people are hungry for leadership, right? I mean, how many people do you see go out and have a good month or two, and the next thing you know, they're leasing a BMW, going out and buying a house that's too big, you know, when you can't even afford the furniture to go into it, right? You're being stupid with your money. And the type of people, Glenn, that I've said that we want to build Equis with are people that have real values. Want to become debt free, want to save money, want to do something that's going to be lasting for their family, right? Be smart. And I have found that if you do that, you can get a lot of people following you because there are a lot of people that want to live their life like that. So that would be work hard. Learn to be consistent in your activity. A lot of times when I'm talking with people, one of my favorite statements, it's my favorite statement because I believe it's true. You can't argue with what we do, right? We track and have tracked every lead that's ever been produced at Equis Financial. We know the outcome of every lead. And what we have found out, our system is as predictable as the sun coming up in the morning in the east and going down in the west, okay? But you've got to work the system. See, the one thing that Equis can't do, we can't create desire in people. We can't do that. We can't walk around with a bicycle pump all day long trying to pump air into people. You've got to bring that to the table. But Glenn, if you do, we've got a proven system. And in, 18 months now, we've proved that we're willing to put our money, we're willing to put our emotion, our time, our energy, our grit into what we're saying we're going to do, and we've delivered on that. We're going to keep on doing that. But we need people to show up with that same type of intensity. And if you do, it's going to be life-changing for you.
Well, Barry, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you giving us those little tips and hearing about your vision for our regional manager team here at Equis. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn.